This is my 5th attempt to make a first video. I'm excited because tomorrow is my birthday. And I've got a few things to do today, but after I'm done with them, it's basically the weekend for me. And I'm gonna start celebrating and taking good care of myself. It's not actively raining today, so I'm gonna wear these boots. Ugh. They got a little crunched in my closet. Hold on. This room is my craft room / nap room / dressing room. And in a Brooklyn apartment, it is a gift and a luxury. Here we go. I'm turning 51 tomorrow, and in honor of that, I am going to wear my favorite purple things. If you know, you know. Gosh, don't you love this? I think the designer was Christopher Totten, and I got this in Soho in like maybe 2006. This might be a 20-year-old coat. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I love the super dainty details on it. When you button it, it's double-breasted. So it's actually quite cozy and feels very secure. And I like to wear it with this awesome hat that I got from a real haberdashery in the Lower East Side. I know. Honey, I'll be back. I'll be back so soon. I promise.
Expires in 6 months. Check out.
I'm giving the car a little cruise to warm it back up. It's been sitting a while, but good old Sheila roomed to life. Thanks to Mario on Atlantic Avenue. Again. It's a little later on the same day. Had some appointments, did some things, moved the car back and forth. I hadn't moved the car since the last blizzard. I got totally plowed in. It's a 4-wheel drive, so I tried to get out of it, but it just wasn't possible without taking any risks. So I just let it go. And aside from starting the car a couple times, I hadn't got to drive her in a while. So it was actually really fun today to actually get in the car, listen to some music. It's one of the few relatively purely alone times I get, and it's stupid, but it's fun to just sing in the car or have a little bit of thoughts that aren't tethered to looking around the house and thinking what chores need to be done next. It feels really nice out because it's not freezing anymore, and it's been raining and washing away all the slush and the dirt, and I think we're all really ready for spring. Yeah, so I am fooling around in my room here. It feels funny to say my room. This is like a third bedroom or den that used to be a home office. It used to be a homeschooling space. It used to be a VR gaming room, and I realized that my husband has a place to go and close the door, my son has a place to go and close the door, and it wasn't fair that I didn't have a place to come and close a door. And gosh, I love closing a door. I really love alone time because I get to faff around and do things, and it feels really, really good because for many years I was either too busy or too sick or too tired to even have the urge to do anything aside from rest or turn my brain off or distract myself when I finally got some downtime. So this past year I have been rebitten with entirely new creative bugs, and it has been such a joy and such a relief to have these little activities to look forward to and to sort of forget things I've made and rediscover and be like, oh yeah, that's another thing I did. And the built-in learning that comes with, oh my God, I walked more than a mile in this thing yesterday. It is getting washed. That's a hand wash. I will put together some hand wash, and let me show you a little bit of what I'm talking about. Let's turn this. I got myself the tripod stand. I'm not turning on the light because I think the light's actually fine, and sometimes it's a bit intense. Yeah, so this is, here we go. Okay, for example, I have been watching all these really cool and amazing and supremely talented miniature makers and designers, and I've been learning things. Oh, that's just a placeholder. Checking sizes. I've been learning a lot. I've been making a ton of mistakes. I've been doing a bunch of little kits because it's teaching me how to make things, and it's making me practice things like wiring. My ceiling. This was the first miniature I made, and I never properly attached the chandelier. Look at that. So I need to fix and beautify the chandelier. I love this thing. Oh no! The wiring came loose. Eek. Okay. That's a project. Let me make sure it's in the off position for now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, learning to make, I mean, oh my God, come on. That's literally like beads and wire and glue. And this thing makes me so frickin' happy. I can't even deal with it. The cool thing about 1/24th scale is that there's not a ton sold for it commercially as far as I can find. Like if you're doing standard dollhouse size 1/12 scale, there is no end to the amazing accessories, furniture, decor, embellishments that you can buy. For 1/24 scale, not so much. So this is keeping me out of trouble, because when it's easy to buy things, oh my God. Like, part of what I'm realizing about myself is that I was using this to dust tiny things, is that I've always loved miniatures. I've always been super into miniatures and little tiny things. And yeah. And doing things that are tangentially related, like I really love trains, I really love Legos, and I never had a dollhouse growing up. Like I had little play sets and stuff, but I didn't have a traditional dollhouse. And I'm not complaining. Who knows? I mean, I probably never asked for one. Oh, no, wait. I had the Barbie Dream Condo. So don't even worry about me. I was completely set. I had the Barbie Dream Condo. But I just find dollhouses so ridiculously charming. And so I have, actually, I'll turn on the light here. Ah! Holy cow. Okay, that actually shows a lot more. Let's move. Don't worry, that's a drafting table. It falls all the time. It's just usually it's cats making it fall. I'm gonna do the warmer light. I stole my son's drafting table and I have been using it as an ad hoc surface. And it's covered in wax because I do a lot of painting and priming and stuff like that, or if I'm letting glue dry, this is a really nice way to give myself extra surface area. And I can move it around, I can pick it up and move it around. It is the exact size as my stovetop. If that gives you an indication to how much space it is, that's my whole arm. Hi, sorry, I'm being weird. Are the new people gone yet? You're all new people. So that's what this is. And when I'm not using it, I lean it up somewhere. That's no big deal. So I have been going full on crazy planning and decorating this little house. I'm having so much fun. The electricity's not hooked up yet. It took me a while to figure out how to do that. The floors are dusty because it's been a little bit abandoned. I ran out of primer and I made some mistakes and I needed to think about things before I continued. The big reason I stopped was because I had put the tower together because I really needed to be able to do some other things. But I forgot that one of my ideas is that I want to drill a hole through here and I want to make a custom spiral staircase from the second floor to the third floor. And because otherwise there's no way for the little people to get from the second to the third floor. And this is the wall designed for this area. So your top tower is closed off. But I've been inspired and empowered by a lot of really awesome, like professional grade geniuses when it comes to modifying these and doing what you want with them. And so I'm going to cut a hole through here. I'm going to cut a door frame and we're going to have a really cool, and this is pieces of a wooden fan that I just got on Amazon. You could also get them in, any places they sell little wooden fans. And the wood is really, really delicate, but I'm going to go over it with some primer and some nice thick, I can't decide yet if I'll do like black wrought iron or a different, is there any other color that a wrought iron staircase should be? Let me know. We might have to look up some examples in the real world. Each one of my fireplaces is a little bit different. I went kind of nuts because I love fireplaces and we don't have a working one in this apartment, but we do have a couple really beautiful ones that have been closed up, but they're still gorgeous. And they're one of my favorite things. Yeah, here's pieces of that. And I've been doing these little miniatures, grabbing them like when they're on sale or I have discounts, and they're teaching me how to make things. Like in the act of making this lamp, I now know how this lamp is made. And if I keep the pattern, then I can cut new little lampshades and stuff like that and get the size right. And I can also decide things like, oh, I don't want to use the paper feather. I actually have a real little feather that I stuck in there. And then also selfishly, like, oh my God, I'm just a sucker for the tiny typewriter and I'm a sucker for the tiny chairs and everything like that. And rather than gluing a lot of this stuff in, I used museum wax. And so like, it's not pretty. You can see little lumps, but it also lets me use the furniture in this house if I want to. And this house is the real Jimmy Jam. So I've been working on it since the middle of the summer. I can't remember if it was late spring or early summer, but a long time. And I have so much left to do, but that's part of the joy. So I'm talking out loud a lot. How do you do it, guys? How do people talk out loud? I don't know. You've got to use your magic.